Shalom, shalom, family, shalom. This is your brother Yahya, and just come into the family with another letter and of edification. And before we get started, let's give all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father, His beloved Son. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Bashim HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, Bashim HaKadosh. All praises due. And another beautiful day. All praises. Kind of gloomy and a little cold, but hey, all praises for it. You know what I mean? The name of this letter is The Perfect Storm. The Perfect Storm. You know, this storm that's coming is perfectly made. And it was declared from the beginning. Okay? It was declared from the beginning. These nations are crumbling. You know, that wars and rumors of wars are in effect now. Right? You know, there is no peace in the earth, because the wrath of the Most High is in effect, man. He's strategically bringing forth judgment on these nations, politically, financially, and with plagues, okay? And they're being judged. They're being judged. The Most High is coming to declare all the earth and to bring all under subjection. And that's what's slowly happening. But actually, the Most High said, roughly paraphrasing, that for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So he's shortening those days, and that's why these things are happening so dramatically, you know, and just one after another. You know what I mean? The Most High is coming to declare all the earth and to bring all under subjection. All the kings of the earth, all the mighty men, from the smallest to the greatest, strategically, okay? Because the Most High is about order, and he does things on his time. And so he is not slack concerning his coming or slack concerning the judgment upon these nations. Okay. Revelations 11:14-18. The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. You know, we are in the beginning of the third woe now. The storm is brewing. This perfect storm is brewing. Okay. And we are in the beginning of sorrows. So, okay. Continuing, and the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voice in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and Mashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders which sat before power on their seats fell upon their faces and worshiped power. Okay, saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord, power almighty, that Salah, that where are we? Yeah, that sat upon the seats of worship power, saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord, power almighty, which art and was and thou art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay? And so we know who has destroyed this earth and who continuously destroys this earth. Okay? Because this earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. And so if the earth is given into the hands of wicked men, they're only going to do wickedly. They're not going to do righteously. They're not going to have righteous acts, because this earth is given into their hands for time, right? A storm builds, okay, and builds and builds, and what comes next is destruction. You know, forward is the only option. There is no going back. Okay, there's no going back to the way things were. There's no going back to the good old days of America. Like none of that stuff is coming back. Forward we go. Okay, the Most High said he will claim all the crowns of men through judgment. He must keep true to his word, and there is no praying their way out of it. There was no solution. There was no trying to hold fast to this nation which is crumbling. Okay, even though the devices and all these tactics and all these things that they're trying to come up with to preserve They're doing it for nothing, but the Most High is allowing him to do it because just like he did Pharaoh, he built them up to the highest that they can go, because he's the only one that can take them down. And that's what we are in this second Egypt. So he's built this nation up, and all these nations up to the highest that they can go, because he is the king of terrors, right? So he allows them to think that they're going to be in a certain position, right? That their houses shall dwell forever, you know. But these elites, you know, you have these elites, man, they know that their time is up. But they're still going to continue to push that agenda, because that's what's in them to do, right? That's what's in them to do. You know, these nations really think they can because, you know, but the bill has to be paid. At the end of the day, the bill has to be paid. And they got a big bill, man. Revelations 18:3-8. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and power hath remembered their iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. So that's the big payback that the elect men of the Most High will demonstrate upon our enemies, is that cup, that double the cup, because that has to happen, right? 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. See, these nations have lived deliciously through our labor. Through our labor. Okay, not only have they taken, you know, everything from us, you know, and we've died and been murdered and just slain all over this earth, which we have created. We built this place, man, and they've lived deliciously off our labor. So that's why it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Right? That's what these nations think. That's what these wicked people think, that they will see no sorrow, that they can just continue to do what they do, and there's no punishment for them. That's why the Most High said, give them double. So there is a punishment, and they're getting it, right? Continuing 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Right? All praises. Judgeth her. Who? And I'm gonna talk about this wicked United Snakes real quick. You know, that great statue that represents America, who sits on many waters. Pay attention to this, right? The crown with the 7 spikes represents the 7 seas and the 7 continents of this world. Okay? Let me read that again. The great statue that represents America, who sits on many waters. The crown with the 7 spikes represents the 7 seas and 7 continents of the world. The 7 seas include the Arctic, the Northern Atlantic, South Atlantic, North Pacific, South Pacific, and the Indian and the Southern Oceans, right? Through these waters, man, have been lies, deceit, bloodshed, murders. You know, all this have taken place. She has touched every continent with her presence, right? And treachery. And now the bill must be paid. Egypt will be brought down once again, right? Because the Most High is not a man that he should lie, right? So if he says give them double, that's what he means. When he says that this place will be brought down, that's what he means. That's what's going to happen, right? Deuteronomy 28:68, which we know. But First Maccabees 1:33-38. Then builded they the city of David with a great strong wall and with mighty towers, and made it a stronghold for them. And they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and fortified themselves therein. They stored it also with armor and victuals. And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, right? Always taking stuff from us, right? They laid them up there, so they became a sore snare. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary, and an evil adversary to Israel. Evil, wicked people, man. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it, insomuch that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them. Whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers, man. And who's in our land right now? Strangers. Those who say they are Jews and are not, okay? And became strange to those that were born in her, and her own children left her. You know, it's just a great price to pay. And that bill, and look over in Israel right now. Look what's happening over there. That's how you, and that's another indicator that you know those are not the true people of the Most High, man. They're wicked people, man. They're over there, man. That place is, the Most High is strategically taking it down, okay? Strategically taking it down, right? Because of these acts of our enemies, there is a heavy price to pay, man. And it's happening day by day. The ball is rolling forward, man. You know, the arrows have been shot, and the Most High will have his vengeance. He will. Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. Okay? I will repay, saith the Lord. You know, look at these nations right now, and all the uncertainty. You know, and before a kingdom falls, you know, it goes through stages of issues, small, then they get bigger and bigger, right? Until it collapses. And this, you know, all is happening because the Most High must have his vengeance. And in that vengeance, you know, we shall have ours. That's why he says, I have my elect. I have my 144. I have my children. And they shall be glorified. In every land that they have been put in, they will be glorified. You know, we shall be protected, you know, if we continue and to press forward until the end. And we will be glorified in front of our enemies. That will happen. That must happen, because the Most High is not a man that he should lie. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And that secret place is his truth and understanding, man. You know, and following the commands of the Most High. Okay? That's that secret place. And waiting. And waiting. Right? Romans 8:30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. And right now, it don't look like we glorified, right? It doesn't look like we are blessed. It looks like we, right now, right? In a carnal way, if you look at it that way, right? We got to pay bills like everybody else. We go through sicknesses like everybody else, right? All of the things. So it looks like we're just mingled together. It just looks like there's no standing out right now, but we will be glorified. That's what the Most High says, roughly paraphrasing, those who endure to the end, the same shall be saved, right? We will be saved and glorified out of these conditions soon enough. And slowly, you can see that. You can see that. If you look at the news, you look at TikTok, you look at all these things, man. The awakening of our people is great. And there's a heavy price to pay for the things that have been done to us. So we must continue to call upon the name of the Most High every day, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? And strive to live on that straight and narrow path every day. Because that's the only way out of this place, man. That's the only way out. So I hope this lesson was edifying, and you know, Let us continue to pray and to pray for one another and to strive to live rightly until our deliverance, man. So, giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Till the next time I say, Shalom.